And welcome back to the show. The Riverdale Senior Services is a not-for-profit agency that actually focuses on providing assistance to older adults and their families through their wellness approach. And since the beginning of the pandemic, the organization has responded to the changing needs and interests of the senior population of the Northwest Bronx with a focus on programs and activities enhancing physical and mental health support, as well as lifelong learning, as well as promoting social interaction. And joining us now to tell us a little bit more and provide further insight is the Executive Director of Riverdale Senior Services, Julie Dalton. And Julie, glad to have you back here on the show.
Good morning, Darren. Thank you so much. I'm delighted to be with you and your viewers today.
Yeah, on this snowy week, I mean, obviously, we are all homebound, most of us, because of COVID anyway. But then if not, we would definitely be indoors because of this snowstorm. Talk to us a little bit about how you're seeing seniors navigate this period of social isolation in the midst of the pandemic.
Yes, it's certainly quite a challenge for us. Since the pandemic, and we like to say that we are still thriving. We have challenges, but we are thriving even though our physical doors are closed. So we quickly pivoted from mid-March to do virtual programs. So we now do over 50 virtual programs every month because we know that the effects of social isolation as this pandemic continues really has a detrimental effect on older adults and on everyone, but on older adults in particular. It can lead to depression, anxiety, poor nutrition. So our staff since mid-March, I'm very proud to say, have made over 13,000, they'll say I'm fibbing, 13,000 wellness checks via phone to our clients in the Northwest Bronx and their families. So we do whatever we can to keep our members connected and engaged. And one of the things that we've just started in January, we now are offering weekend programming because many of our clients had said to us, we miss you on Saturdays and Sundays. So now we're offering also virtual programs on the weekend.
So for most people, we're all navigating in our own kind of way, and there are challenges out there. Talk to us about maybe what we're not so familiar with amongst our senior population with the challenges that they're facing.
I think you can say that as the pandemic continues, the forms that anxiety and worry take on a new kind of tone, if you will. And as we go longer, not being able to be with your friends in person, that's very difficult. Also, I think, I know for us at RSS, Riverdale Senior Services, 2020 was difficult in that we lost to death and passing and to COVID, close to 40 individuals. We're a family, and that makes a big impact on people. I think also not only in terms of loss and grief of losing a friend or a neighbor, there's also what can sometimes be called an ambiguous type of loss. It's the loss of your schedule. It's the loss of your routine. It's the loss of coming to the center and having lunch with your friends. So over time, this type of loss, if people don't have an opportunity to express that, it does take a toll. So our social workers provide individual and group support groups. These are on the phone and virtually, because again, giving someone, an older adult, an opportunity to talk out these feelings is very important. The other thing that we've noticed is that some people who were very independent, food secure, active, going to concerts, to the theater, to museums, now because of COVID, are really sheltering in place, and that's a new reality for them. So again, that's a change in routine, and so many of our members and clients tell us that they miss the center and the in-person activities because we know our center is a lifeline for people. So our goal is to continue to be that lifeline, even though we need to do it virtually and also through phone calls.
Yeah, and you hit on one major topic that I want to talk about, which was food insecurity. People who you said were food secure are now becoming food insecure. And we know that that's huge across New York City. It's huge across the state and honestly across the country. How are you addressing that issue of food insecurity? And give us a little bit more about what you're hearing.
Yes, absolutely. Because again, someone who used to be able to go shopping and get their food now can't do that.
Right.
Also, we're seeing more and more people that are out of work. Many of our clients have adult children that they live with, and the adult child is out of work. So we're very proud that we have a year-old initiative called the Northwest Bronx Food Justice Project, because we see food equity as a justice issue. And again, we always knew that food insecurity was an issue in our community, but the pandemic really just highlighted the need. So one of the things that we've done is we've established a temporary emergency food pantry at St. Stephen's United Methodist Church. We're also working and have put together a coalition of a number of other community stakeholders, including KHCC, Kingsbridge Heights Community Center, Outer Seed Shadow, and a whole host of other organizations, including clergy coalitions and other nonprofits, because we know that we are stronger in working on this issue when we work with our other nonprofit providers in the community. So again, our goal is to get food into people's tables and to really support the food pantries. And one of our goals is we just wrote a grant to be able to increase the days of operation for our food pantry.
Yeah. I want to go to talk about the topic of the vaccine. A lot of people are really excited about the fact that the vaccine is making its way, particularly as the governor has announced his initiative to try to get the most vulnerable populations to be vaccinated, that being seniors. Talk to us about what you're hearing and what you've experienced with the vaccination.
Yes, that's the top of mind issue today. Some of our, some older adults have expressed what we in the field are calling vaccine hesitancy. They're not sure if they should get it. They're afraid. Some are saying no. So again, our role is to provide information and encouragement. Obviously, we also empower older adults to make a decision for themselves. So one thing that we're doing, our website has a whole host of information and resources about the vaccine right on our homepage, rssny.org. But also this Thursday at 5 p.m., we are hosting a virtual talk why getting the vaccine is important with someone from the Department of Health and Mental Hygiene and New York Presbyterian. The other issue is we know that the rollout has been challenging to say the least. So again, we do the best we can to support people in getting an appointment. We do like to say to them, be patient. This is just rolling out. There are difficulties. Sometimes it's getting an appointment. Sometimes there's no supply. I'm thinking of all the people today as we're recording this, the huge snowstorm, obviously appointments were canceled, but we're there to support people. And I think, the more information someone has, I think the better off they'll be. And again, I think we encourage people to get the vaccine. And I think it's like in a way, it's like when we tell people, oh, you really need to get your flu shot. So again, we are there to support people and help them navigate the systems and give them the information they need.
Yeah, Julie, thank you so much for being with us here on Open. We want to thank you and the great work that you're doing with seniors. We know that this vaccination is very important, particularly for seniors, and also that issue of food insecurity. So hopefully people will be a part of that virtual gathering and learn more information. Great to have you back on the show.
Oh, thank you, Daren, and you stay safe and well today.
Stay safe and you stay warm. How about that?
I will.
All right.
Thank you. Bye.
Oh, Julie Dalton, our guest here. Now, listen, if you want more information, don't hesitate. Visit them on their website. The website, rssny.org. Again, rssny.org. Want you to stay with us. We got more Open coming up. Don't go anywhere. We're coming right back right after this.